What's going on, guys, and welcome to another video. Now this is an exciting video for me. As you can see behind me, I just got a brand new 2025 Hobie Pro Angler. Now this is such a blessing. I won't speak on this too much, but if you've been watching my videos, you know that me and my family, we were flooded out in Hurricane Helene. My original 2017 Hobie PA, it took a lot of damage, and so it needs a lot of repairs, and I'm basically gonna retire that one. That one went all around the country with us when we lived on the road in the RV, and it's been such a blessing to have, had a lot of great times on it. I'm gonna kind of use that as a backup, fix it up, get it up and ready for my sons, my family, things like that. You know, when I was growing up, my dad would always teach me when I get something or something was given to me to always take care of my stuff, whether it was $5 or $5,000, like something like this, is take care of it, protect it, you know, steward it, look over it, and just do a good job at trying to make sure your things last a long time. There's no point of just running through gear and running through items just for the sake of using it and abusing it, and not taking care of it. And so, yeah, I hope you guys do something like this to your kayak. Even if it's not brand new, it's not too late to protect the bottom of your kayak. So we're gonna be installing some gator guards on this. I already have a YouTube video out on how to install this. We're gonna do it one more time because it's been about 7+ years since I made the last one. They're still producing gator guards. They're still out there. There's a lot of different options when it comes to protecting the bottom of your kayak. There's some different Kevlar products out there, and just sticky 3M tapes. Now, I just want to say that I'm not being paid by Gator Guards or anybody to be promoting these products, but I've been using these for a long time and I can vouch for them. I love them. The application is perfect. I've done on the water repairs out in California when I had a friend that on the water, offshore, miles out, had a crack in the kayak, and we were able to fix that kayak. So I really believe in these products, so I want to share it with you. Now you can see that I have masking tape on this kayak right here, right here, and right here. So I put this tape here to identify the spots in the kayak that when I drag this kayak, when I really don't do that, but there have been times where I've had to on a slippery, you know, boat dock, or I just had to drag it. You know, when you guys get yourselves in those situations. I want to make sure that those areas were identified so we can cover and protect those areas. So what I did was I laid the kayak on the driveway here, and I pulled the kayak and scuffed it just a little bit. Now, it's painful to do, but it will help you identify where you should be putting these gator guards. And I found these two spots right here. Now, I only have two 18-inch pieces, so I'm probably gonna cut it and put one here, one here, one here, and one here. And then, of course, I'll be putting a BerleyPro bumper bro on the front of the kayak. So when I'm crashing into boat launches or crashing into just anything, oyster bars, whatever, or I need to kind of drag it a little bit from the back, the front of the kayak will be protected, and I'll show you that piece in just a moment. But right now, let's just focus right here. Okay, here we go. So these are the gator patches right here. They're by Gator Guard. Again, you can find these on Amazon. TH Marine has these. There's a few other places that have them. These are really beat up because I always keep these around. And when I say always, I mean always. I keep a small patch in my kayak for emergency repairs, but I also keep these in my truck toolbox for a situation like this. I don't want to wait for shipping. I just want to put this on my kayak and go. These have a very simple installation process, and I'll read basically right off the back exactly what you're supposed to do. It says extremely durable, fiberglass reinforced polyester patch. It's waterproof, UV resistant. It can be drilled, tapped, sanded, and painted in less than an hour. You can do all of those things in less than an hour. The moment I take this out of the package and peel back the adhesive, the sun is going to start to cure this onto the kayak, and it happens very quickly. That's why you're actually able to do an on-the-water repair. I'm gonna open this up so you guys can see what we're dealing with here. Alrighty. So there's the patch right here. You're gonna see there's two sides. You have this white side and you have this side with the clear tape. This is the side that's gonna be exposed to the ground. We're gonna put the white side onto the kayak just like this. I've been debating if I'm just gonna put one strip like this or if I'm gonna cut this and do two strips. And I think what I'm gonna do is cut this, and I can always add in another section later if I'm like, man, I'm really getting more scratches over here. But I'm just gonna cut right here in the middle and do two different spots, because this particular patch is only 18 inches long. So here we go. Boom, just like that. Got one spot here and one spot right here. So all we're gonna do, and by the way, this is an old patch. I hope this still works. I should have told you guys that. I've had this in my truck for probably about 5 years. Actually, this is gonna be another test to see, do these products hold up after time? We're gonna find out together. Still sticky, that's a good thing. Still very sticky, actually. Now, you wanna make sure you're putting it on like the highest point of the kayak, which would be right here. And then we just press it down. You press it down just like this. And once you really press it down, I'll just take these scissors and really run over these edges. There's a better way to do this, I'm sure, but I've done this so many times. Sometimes you just do it with whatever you got laying around. Now, this is on the bottom of the kayak. It's not gonna be pretty, okay? This is actually gonna look kind of ugly, but no one's looking at the bottom of your kayak, hopefully. All right, so that's on there pretty good. And once you got it on, you just peel back the clear film, just like that. And now that this is exposed to the UV rays of the sun, this will actually start to cure. And honestly, it's probably gonna cure in less than 10 minutes. All right, so there's one patch. If I had the money, honestly, I would just like cover this entire thing so that the whole bottom is protected, but we don't have that type of money, so we're not gonna do that. All right, we got this patch ready to go, so I'm gonna cut this one as well. My hands are getting a little sticky. I should probably use gloves. Guys, you should probably use gloves too. All right, boom, there's one. You can tell there's a little discoloration, just a little bit, because I've had this in my truck for like 5 years, so hopefully, I'm sure it's okay. Put one right here. Oh, I just really like to get those sides down so they don't start to peel up on you. Honestly, I know this is kind of silly, but there's like this part of me that doesn't even want to go use this kayak until I have these on my kayaks. Now you could put these over here if you like to drag your kayak, and you can just keep putting these over and over the years. But man, I've had the same set on my other Hobie for almost 7 years now, I would say. And yeah, they're still doing pretty good. So I just particularly like to put them on these higher spots because there's been times where I've had to pull it over rocks just a little bit, and I always see that it hits in these locations right here. So we'll pull back the plastic. Let it, this guy is now starting to cure. Here goes for the last one, and then we're gonna work on the bumper bro in the front, the BerleyPro bumper bro. I'm excited for that one. I've actually never put one of those on my kayak, so this is actually new to me. So we're gonna be doing that together for the first time. Now remember guys, this is on the bottom of your kayak. This should really be a 5-minute install, all right? And now the thing is guys, this is gonna be permanent until you sand it off. So keep that in mind. But I like it like that. That's why I don't like the Kevlar patches and a lot of these other products that are out there. I don't like the fact that it could peel off. I want these to stay. I want them to stay forever. They're still on my other kayak. And by the way, there's like little holes in it because I've dragged it so much over the years. Even though I literally just said I try not to drag my kayak. Yeah, I've had to do it plenty of times. So, you know, it gets worn through, but I'd rather wear through this than wear through my kayak, you know what I mean? Here we go. All right, so I'm straddling the kayak now because we're a little short on room here. So I'm gonna be using the Loctite Marine Fast Cure because I wanna use this pretty quick. I'm gonna let this cure for I'm gonna let it cure overnight because I wanna go fishing here in the next day or two. And so there's a bunch of different adhesives you can use. I hit up my boy Franco, and I know he uses Goop, he recommends that. This is what I have on hand and quick to be able to use. You can also use something like this, the 5200. As you guys know, this is a solid product as well. And all we're gonna do is put a bunch of it right inside here, put this on the front of the kayak, tape it down, and yeah, this will be nice. So we can even drag it on the front. If we're trying to drag this kayak for whatever reason, maybe grab the handles in the back of the kayak, lift up the kayak and drag on the front. Or if we're crashing into the boat dock or just whatever the case is, a lot of times it's the front of your kayak that's gonna hit something. So having it nice and protected is definitely a plus. I've never had a guard on here, so you and I are gonna be doing this together for the very first time. Now I'm just gonna put a ton of this stuff in here because I really don't like plan on not having this on. I'm gonna keep it on until it falls off. So I've got a rag handy to be able to wipe off some of the excess. All right, here we go. Let's just put a bunch of this stuff in here. I'm gonna put a bunch. Can't wait for the comments. They're like, that's not how you lay down good caulking. We're not trying to lay down good caulking here. We're trying to goop this thing onto this kayak so it sticks forever. So we're just throwing it in there like that. Now we're gonna tape this down. We're gonna wipe off the excess, tape it down, and call it a day. So this should be super simple. And by the way, on their website, when you buy these things, literally in the description, it says like, just use whatever adhesive you want. They don't even like tell you exactly which adhesive to use because everyone likes to use different stuff. Maybe you don't want this as permanent. I want this pretty permanent, so that's why I'm using this stuff right here. So, all right, I think that's plenty. This is honestly too much, guys, but here we go. All right. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Again, this is gonna be on the bottom of the kayak, so if this isn't super perfect or super pretty, it's okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. Now we're just gonna tape it down. Now remember, guys, that ain't going nowhere. You say that, right? You say that, right, babe? Shan's behind the camera. She's nodding her head yes. That ain't going nowhere.